So here's my log cabin project thing here. The idea started off as a Lincoln log cabin. Then after I made the thing, I had originally thought it was in millimeters, but it turned out the thing was measuring in inches. The cabin consists of over 25 different parts, and they're arranged in multiple different fashions. And there's well over 100 placed pieces, and the polygon count is well over 100,000. Um, the longest of the walls are about 480 inches long. The walls are about 10 feet tall. The shorter walls are about half the longest, so 240, and then again half of that, 120. Again, here's the log sizes. There's 480, 240, 120, and short stub 80-inch pieces. All the logs have a diameter of 20 inches, and the placement locations are 20 by 20 and are located 10 inches from the end of each log. I removed the doorway to allow vision in the cabin, as you cannot see past active pieces, and the grayed out door, but you still can see through it. The doorway consists of a high-res old wood board texture, which was modified made to better fit the size of the project and not look like that there was like 40-inch boards on this place. The roof consists of 3 triangular prisms using an even higher res image, also modified to appropriate width for the rest of the project. There's 2 different types of pieces. There's a larger one to fit the main section of the cabin, and a shorter one that's placed twice on the other side of the cabin. I decided against the roof on the front entrance because it is a log cabin. It's not a modern house. Some things I found while doing this was the graphics tool in Creo needs some instructions. It's not easy to use. A large number of objects can cause some serious lag on the school computers. Graphics card made a big difference. The maximum rendering settings at school took about 10 minutes to render this. At home it took about 5 to 8 seconds, and copy and pasting with the auto connection feature in Creo made placement much faster. Here's a little preview in the render. So here's the log cabin. As we see here, we have many individually placed logs. This here is some white clay filling to fill the gap between the logs, as you don't want to be cold in the winter. So we take a little look inside. It goes through. As we look here, we have short logs to fill in the gap here. 20s, 240s, 480s. You got the large roof here and the 2 short ones here. Look here, we got a main section, this section here, and this section here. Each one of these boards inside are individually laid. And they got the door frame here, not the door. And this area would serve it like a living room. This is the general entrance in this like living quarter. There's no actual walls inside, as you can see if I turn here. It's like an old style log cabin. It has everything in one giant room. This log cabin has no electricity. And you see these boards. They're about, I would say, 12 inches wide. We can use the measurement tool here. So I did manage to make these about 20 inches wide. so that they looked more appropriate to the house, I guess. And these ones I made look much smaller. And each individual board is placed one by one. And there's a few filler boards that I had to create to make this work. There's another one in the back. Right there. They're different size from the rest. The rest of the boards are just 480 by 20 by 2-inch thick boards. Just placed in different directions. As if I somehow, I'll just go to the bottom. You can see they're just placed in different directions across here. And that's the log cabin.